Johnny Appleseed, whose real name was John Chapman, was born in 1774 in Massachusetts, in the very early days of America. At that time, the American West was still a wild land, where settlers ventured to find opportunities to make a living. As a young man, John Chapman learned how to plant fruit trees and tend gardens. But instead of just living a peaceful life like other farmers, he chose a different path. He left his hometown, carrying a bag of apple seeds, and began a journey that lasted nearly half a century. Unlike the image of the old man scattering seeds carelessly in many anecdotes, Johnny Appleseed was actually a smart farmer. He knew that the new settlers needed apples, not only to eat, but also to make cider, a popular and easy-to-preserve beverage. Across Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Pennsylvania, he did not simply scatter seeds on the bare ground. Instead, he built nurseries, fenced them carefully, and left them to neighbors or settlers to care for. He planted thousands of apple seeds, leaving behind forests and orchards that stretched across several states. People called him the Good Wanderer, because wherever he went, he helped out, shared seeds for free, and taught how to care for trees. Johnny Appleseed was unlike anyone else. He often went barefoot, even in the middle of winter. He wore a tin pot on his head, which he used as both a hat to protect him from the sun and rain, and a cooking pot. His clothes were old, even tattered, but in the eyes of everyone, he was a gentle, compassionate man. He was famous for loving animals so much that he never harmed any living creature. There is a story that when he saw an injured dog, he bandaged it and nursed it throughout the journey. Once, he even gave shelter to a mother bear and her cubs and slept outside. Johnny was also a devout man, telling Bible stories to the children and families he met. But more importantly, he spread hope. In the barren land, he brought orchards. In the wilderness, he sowed life. Johnny Appleseed died in 1845 in Indiana, after nearly 70 years of wandering. But in his wake, thousands of apple orchards had sprung up across the Midwest, providing a source of life for generations of Americans. Today, his image appears in children's books, comic books, cartoons, and even festivals. Statues have been erected, schools and parks have been named in his honor. In many American towns, apple trees are said to have been planted by him. Johnny Appleseed has become a cultural icon, not just of the apple tree, but of the American spirit, hard work, kindness, and the belief that one individual can change a land. The legend of Johnny Appleseed reminds us that sometimes the smallest act, just planting a seed, can create an endless forest. A simple man, walking barefoot through the wilderness, left a great legacy that America still talks about. And every time you see an apple tree, remember that Johnny Appleseed, the legendary sour, probably dreamed of it growing there